welcome to the Crafty Corner. You have joined me, Miss Lisa, here at the Fayette County Public Library. It's almost Easter time, and with Easter comes Easter candy and Easter baskets and bunny rabbits. And so we are going to make this adorable little Easter bunny. Now, when you come and get your packet, you can get the pink or the blue. I'm just going to show you how to make it today with the pink again, but we do have blue, so you can have little boy bunnies if you want. So in your packet, you are going to find some sheets of paper, a cotton ball. You are going to find a half sheet of paper of a darker color, and you are going to find little strips of paper for the whiskers. All right, so this is a hand print bunny, so you're going to have somebody help you trace your hands. So I'm going to take the one sheet of paper, and to make the bunny ears, you want your hands spread apart a little bit, but not a lot. You do want to have some of the wrist part of it so that you have that to glue to the head of the bunny. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to trace my hand. And it doesn't have to be anything really neat and perfect. You just need to be able to have some floppy, bunny rabbit ears. All right, once you have that traced, you're going to want to go ahead and cut it out. And again, it doesn't have to be cut out any real nice and neat like some of the crafts need to be, but you do want to get it so that it does look like your hand. So boys and girls, as it's about Easter time, can you tell me what your favorite thing of Easter is? Do you like to go hunting for eggs? I bet some of you do. Do you like the chocolate that comes with Easter? Some of you probably go to church on Easter. So there's a lot of different things that happen with Easter. Now, bunny rabbits in the spring often have their babies. So if you live out on a farm, or maybe you're out taking a hike somewhere, you might be able to see lots of little bunny rabbits. That's something to be looking for when you're outside. All right, I've almost got my hands cut out, and that's going to be the bunny rabbit's ears. I bet you guys know some songs about bunny rabbits too. All right, so I'm going to take my trash and throw it away in the trash can. All right, so I have the ears. Now you want to make a head for your bunny rabbit, and we're going to use the flat side of one of the sides of your paper, and you're going to make sort of like a half circle. Okay, and in fact, if you wanted to fold it in half just a little bit, you would be able to make it symmetrical. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this here. I'm going to open it up and see that I really don't like this little part there, so I'm going to just make it a little smaller. And then I'm going to round the corners, because bunny rabbits' heads do not come to a point like that. So I'm just going to round it there. I come back over here and round this one as well. And so then you have a head. So we're going to want to glue our ears. Now, if you have pencil marks, you might want to flip those hands over so that those pencil marks do not show. But before we glue that head on there, we need that extra highlight of the bunny rabbit's ears. So I'm going to take my paper, and again, I'm going to fold it in half, so I'm going to have two identical shapes when I cut them out. And I'm going to use the open edge here. I'm just going to make a half circle again. Just come on down with that. And I can put glue those here, and then this will be here. Now I want that to show a little bit more. Do you see what I did? Instead of gluing it right down here at the end of the hand, I'm going to slide it up, because see, then this is going to come in over top of that, and you still want those highlights to show. So since we are gluing light, not thick paper, very thin paper to thin paper, we can use our glue stick. This is the part that's going to glue to the head. This is the highlight on the ear. And then we can go ahead and glue on the rest of those hands. You can put some glue stick and then slide the head up over. Depends on how close you want your ears together. I'm going to slide mine a little bit more. Okay. The point of the head should be right there between the two hands. All right, now we get to design the bunny's face. Now we've got some little highlights on his cheek. You can do little circles or little ovals. So I'm going to fold my paper again in half and just make a shape. Make a circle here. When you fold papers over and cut one on top of the other, you get two identical shapes, which most animals are symmetrical. So those are pretty big. I don't know that I want them that big, so I'm going to trim it down just a little bit. Sometimes it's trial and error when you are cutting and designing something. So it's always better to cut it a little bigger, because once it's too small, you can't make it big again, but you can make something too big a little bit smaller. All right, so we got to make sure that there's place for that cotton ball to go for his nose. And my bunny is sort of sleeping. Now you could do open eyes if you want. And so we're just going to make these half circle arcs above each of those. Okay. Now for the cotton ball, you are going to want to use your white glue because it's, it's a thicker material. Nice big glob of glue. Put that little cotton ball nose right down. Let's glue the little cheek highlights right next to the cotton ball. There's one. And here's the second one. Okay, now we have the whiskers, which I had given you some little pieces of white paper. And actually, you know what? I think if I take that cotton ball off real fast, I think it would be easier instead of cutting this if we just used the white paper and glued it down. So we're going to want them to go in a little bit different directions. Okay, so we're going to make an X. And I'm going to have to put the glue in there again and make one going straight across. There we go, and it covers up the pink a little bit. Now we can put the bigger glob of glue. Whoops, it slid over a little bit, didn't it? Okay. We can put that bigger glob of glue right there in the middle of those white whiskers and glue that cotton ball back down. There we go. That way we don't have to cut the paper, and it all works pretty easily there. Final thing we need to do is make the little mouth. So you make a line that comes down, and it curves this direction and that direction. And there you go, boys and girls. You have a sweetest little Easter bunny that's made out of your hands. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Miss Lisa, and we've been here at the Fayette County Public Library. This has been the Crafty Corner. See you again next week. Bye, boys and girls.